Have you ever looked around your home, that place you call your sanctuary, and truly believed it was perfectly safe? A haven, free from worries, a comfortable space where you can simply be yourself. For many of us, our home represents peace, security, and a lifetime of cherished memories. But what if I told you that lurking beneath the surface of everyday comfort, there might be silent, invisible guests that are not so friendly? Today, dear friends, we're going to pull back the curtain on something incredibly important. We're going to talk about 5 common everyday toxins that seniors might be unknowingly exposed to. These aren't exotic chemicals from far-off lands. They are often found right there among the familiar items that fill your living space. Now you might be thinking, I've lived a long life, I'm resilient. And you are. But as we gracefully journey through our senior years, our bodies undergo subtle changes. Our detoxification systems might not work quite as efficiently as they once did. Our immune systems can become a little more sensitive. This means that everyday exposures which might have seemed harmless in our younger days can now have a more significant, cumulative impact. It's not about fear. It's about knowledge. It's about empowering you with the insights to make small, informed choices that can lead to big differences in your well-being. Think of this as a gentle guide, shining a light into some overlooked corners, helping you create an even healthier, more vibrant home environment. We're not here to overwhelm you, but to equip you, to offer you simple, practical ways to minimize your risk from these hidden intruders. So, stick around, because by the end of this you'll have a clearer picture of how to transform your home into an even truer sanctuary. Let's dive into our first everyday toxin. Number 1 on our list, phthalates and BPAs in plastics. Think about your kitchen for a moment. Do you have plastic food containers? Perhaps a favorite plastic water bottle you refill throughout the day? How about cans of soup or vegetables in your pantry? Many of these items, seemingly innocuous and designed for convenience, often contain chemicals called phthalates and BPAs, or bisphenol A. These are commonly used in plastics to make them more flexible, durable, or to line food and beverage containers. The problem, dear friends, is that these chemicals aren't permanently locked within the plastic. Over time, especially when exposed to heat, like microwaving leftovers in a plastic container or leaving a plastic water bottle in a warm car, these compounds can leach out into your food and drink. Why does this matter? Well, scientific studies have raised concerns that these chemicals can act as what we call endocrine disruptors. In simpler terms, they can mimic or interfere with your body's natural hormones. And for seniors, whose hormonal systems are already in flux, this can potentially contribute to a range of health issues, though research is ongoing. Perhaps you've used the same plastic containers for years, thinking they're perfectly fine. It's a common assumption, but think of the countless meals that have passed through them, the many times they've been heated. It's a slow, steady accumulation. So, how can we minimize our exposure to these invisible guests? The good news is, it's simpler than you might think. First, embrace the classics: glass and stainless steel. Swap out plastic food storage containers for glass ones. They're durable, easy to clean, and don't leach chemicals. Invest in a good quality stainless steel water bottle instead of relying on plastic ones. When it comes to canned goods, try to choose those labeled BPA-free. Many manufacturers are now making this a priority. And a golden rule: never ever microwave food in plastic containers. Transfer your leftovers to a ceramic or glass dish before heating them up. It's a small extra step, but it makes a world of difference. Our second everyday toxin, one you encounter every time you clean: VOCs, or volatile organic compounds, found in cleaning products and air fresheners. Have you ever walked into a freshly cleaned room, taken a deep breath and thought, "Ah, that's the smell of clean"? But sometimes that strong chemical scent isn't just about freshness, it's about what you're inhaling. VOCs are gases released from certain solids or liquids. They're found in many conventional cleaning products, aerosol sprays, disinfectants, furniture polish, and especially those air fresheners that promise to make your home smell like a meadow or a spring breeze. The issue is that these gases can irritate your eyes, nose, and throat. For seniors, especially those with respiratory conditions like asthma or COPD, exposure to VOCs can trigger symptoms, making breathing more difficult or even causing headaches and dizziness. Long-term exposure, even at low levels, can contribute to other health concerns. Think about how often we use these products, wiping down surfaces, spraying air fresheners to eliminate odors. It's part of our daily routines. We're often using them in enclosed spaces, trapping those VOCs indoors where we spend so much of our time. So what's the antidote to this invisible air pollution? Go back to basics. Your grandmothers and great-grandmothers knew the secret: natural cleaners. White vinegar and baking soda are your best friends when it comes to cleaning. Vinegar is a fantastic disinfectant and deodorizer. Baking soda is a gentle, abrasive and odor absorber. You can make your own effective, non-toxic cleaning solutions for pennies. Imagine that. When you do need to buy conventional cleaners, look for fragrance-free options. The fragrance in many products is a cocktail of chemicals, often including VOCs, and crucially, ensure good ventilation. When you're cleaning, open a window. Let the fresh air in to dilute and clear out any lingering fumes. This is especially vital in bathrooms and kitchens. Moving on to our third everyday toxin, pesticide residues on produce. We all strive to eat healthy, don't we? Fresh fruits and vegetables are cornerstones of a nutritious diet, packed with vitamins and antioxidants that keep us vibrant and strong. But sometimes, the very things that are meant to nourish us can carry an unintended burden. Many conventionally grown fruits and vegetables are treated with pesticides to protect them from insects and diseases. While these chemicals are designed to protect crops, residues can remain on the produce even after harvesting. When we consume these fruits and vegetables, we're also ingesting these residues. And for seniors whose bodies may be more sensitive and less efficient at processing these chemicals, the cumulative effect over time can be a concern. It's not about avoiding these wonderful foods. It's about being mindful of how we prepare them. You might be thinking, "But I always wash my apples." And that's excellent. But sometimes a quick rinse isn't quite enough to remove all residues, especially from certain types of produce, where pesticides can deeply adhere or even be absorbed into the plant. So what's the simplest and most effective way to minimize these residues? Thorough washing. And when I say thorough, I mean truly thorough. For most fruits and vegetables, gently rub them under running water. For produce with firm skins like apples, potatoes or carrots, consider using a vegetable brush to scrub the surface. You can even soak produce in a solution of water with a little baking soda or white vinegar for about 10-15 minutes, followed by a good rinse to help break down and remove more residues. For certain fruits and vegetables like cucumbers or apples, peeling them can also significantly reduce pesticide exposure, as many residues reside on the skin. And if your budget allows, consider choosing organic options, especially for what's known as the dirty dozen, a list of produce items typically found to have the highest pesticide residues. Things like strawberries, spinach and apples are often on that list. It's a choice, not a mandate, but one to consider. Our fourth everyday toxin to be aware of: formaldehyde in pressed wood products and fabrics. Remember that distinct new furniture smell or the scent of new carpeting? It's often described as clean or fresh, but that aroma can actually be a sign of formaldehyde being released into your air. Formaldehyde is a chemical used in a variety of products, primarily as an adhesive or resin. It's commonly found in pressed wood products like particle board, plywood, and medium-density fiberboard, MDF, which are used in many common furniture pieces, cabinets, and flooring. It can also be present in some glues, paints, and even permanent press fabrics. The problem, especially for seniors, is that formaldehyde can off-gas, meaning it slowly releases gases into the air over time. This off-gassing can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, and throat, and can exacerbate respiratory issues like asthma. For some, it can even cause skin irritation or headaches. Long-term exposure to higher levels is a known concern for overall health. Think about how much of your home might contain these materials. That new bookshelf, the recently installed carpet, or even some of your curtains. It's a silent contributor to indoor air quality issues, subtly affecting the air you breathe every single moment you're inside. So how do we breathe easier? The first step is to air things out. When you bring new furniture or textiles into your home, if possible, unwrap them and let them air out in a well-ventilated area, perhaps a garage or a seldom-used room with open windows, for a few days or even a week before bringing them into your main living spaces. This allows a significant amount of the initial off-gassing to dissipate. When purchasing new items, look for labels that indicate low emission or no added formaldehyde. Many manufacturers are now responding to consumer demand for healthier products, and just like with VOCs, increasing ventilation in your home is key. Regularly open windows, even for short periods, to allow fresh air to circulate and help clear out indoor pollutants. Consider using indoor plants, like peace lilies or spider plants, which are known to help filter the air naturally. It's a gentle green solution. Finally, our fifth everyday toxin, heavy metals in tap water in some areas. Water is life, isn't it? We rely on it for hydration, for cooking, for cleaning. It's fundamental to our existence. But have you ever truly considered what might be flowing through your pipes and into your glass? While municipal water systems work hard to deliver safe drinking water, sometimes factors beyond their control can introduce unwanted contaminants. In older homes, for instance, lead pipes or lead solder were common. Over time, these materials can corrode, releasing lead into your tap water. Other heavy metals, like arsenic, can occur naturally in groundwater in certain regions or enter the water supply through industrial pollution. For seniors, exposure to heavy metals, even at low levels over many years, can have serious health implications. Lead, for example, can accumulate in the body and affect the kidneys, nervous system, and contribute to cognitive decline. Arsenic exposure can also have a range of long-term health effects. It's a concern that often goes unaddressed because the water looks clear and tastes fine. This isn't to say your water is definitely contaminated. Not at all. But it's about being proactive, especially if you live in an older home or in an area known for certain environmental factors. It's about ensuring that the very water you depend on is truly pure. So what can you do to ensure your drinking water is as pure as possible? The first and arguably most important step is to get your water tested. Contact your local water utility. They can often provide information on water quality in your area or recommend certified labs for testing. You can't solve a problem you don't know you have. If testing reveals contaminants, the next step is often investing in a quality water filter. Not all filters are created equal, dear friends. Look for filters that are certified by organizations like NSF International to remove specific contaminants like lead, arsenic, or other heavy metals. These can range from simple pitcher filters to faucet-mounted filters, or even whole-house filtration systems, depending on your needs and budget. And a simple yet effective tip for older homes with potential lead pipes: let your tap run for a minute or two before drinking or cooking with the water, especially if it's been sitting stagnant overnight. This flushes out any water that has been in contact with the pipes for an extended period. It's a small habit, but it can make a tangible difference. So there you have it, dear friends, 5 common everyday toxins that, while often hidden, can impact our well-being, especially as we navigate our senior years. We've talked about phthalates and BPAs in plastics, VOCs in cleaning products, pesticide residues on our produce, formaldehyde in our furniture, and heavy metals in our tap water. Each one a small piece of a larger puzzle affecting the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink right in our own homes. The goal here isn't to create alarm, but to foster empowerment, to remind you that creating a healthier home environment is within your control. It's about making informed choices, even small ones, that can significantly reduce your exposure to these silent guests. Each step you take, whether it's switching to glass containers, using natural cleaners, washing your produce diligently, airing out new items, or filtering your water, is an investment in your long-term health and peace of mind. Your home should be your sanctuary, a place where you feel safe, comfortable, and truly at ease. By being aware of these everyday toxins and taking simple, actionable steps, you are actively cultivating a space that nurtures your health and supports your vibrant senior life. This isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about optimizing your environment for joy, energy, and longevity. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these everyday toxins concerns you the most? And perhaps more importantly, what steps are you already taking to reduce your exposure, or what new habits will you start today? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom and insights are so valuable to this wonderful community. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a gentle thumbs up. Share it with a friend or family member who might benefit from these insights, because spreading knowledge is one of the kindest things we can do for one another. And for more empathetic life advice and practical tips on living a truly vibrant and fulfilling senior life, remember to subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thank you for joining me today. And remember, your well-being is always worth prioritizing.